Think of a lotus flower nestled in the muddy depths of a pond. It doesn't strive to become anything different. It simply blooms, its beauty emerging from the very conditions it inhabits. Your true self, like the lotus flower, is radiant and complete, untouched by external circumstances or achievements. You are not defined by your roles, accomplishments, or the labels society bestows upon you. The happiness and security you seek are not hidden behind some future achievement. They are already within you, waiting to be unearthed. Like the butterfly shedding its cocoon or the lotus flower opening its petals, you only need to let go of the limiting beliefs that hold you back. Embrace the real you, the immortal and divine essence that resides within. It is not something to be attained. It is who you truly are. Imagine you're an actor playing a role in a movie. You've memorized your lines, studied your character's mannerisms, and immersed yourself in their world. But when the cameras stop rolling, you step out of the character and return to your real self. In a similar way, we often identify with various roles, beliefs, and labels in our lives. We play the role of a parent, a partner, a friend, or an employee. We hold certain beliefs about ourselves, the world, and others. We attach labels to our achievements, possessions, and physical appearance. But just as an actor sheds their character's persona after a performance, we too can shed these external identities and uncover our true essence. This is the real you, the authentic core of our being, untouched by the roles we play and the labels we wear. To connect with the real you, we must first cease to identify with these external constructs. We must let go of the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we can achieve. We must stop seeking validation from others and instead turn inward for our sense of worth. When we live from the real you, we operate and express ourselves freely and authentically. We are no longer bound by the limitations of our ego-driven minds. We are guided by our inner wisdom, our innate talents, and our boundless potential. To improve our lives completely and utterly, we must start telling the truth. We must be honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses, our desires and fears. We must embrace the full spectrum of our humanity without judgment or self-criticism. In doing so, we tap into the real you, the source of our love, wisdom, talent, compassion, abilities, and power. These qualities are not external achievements or possessions. They are inherent aspects of our true nature. Living from the real you is the only way to be fully alive. It is to experience life with open eyes, open hearts, and open minds. It is to embrace the present moment with all its joys and challenges, knowing that we are always supported by our own inner strength and resilience. Imagine a tightrope walker. On one side of the rope, there's the fear of falling and the limitations of balance. On the other side, there's the freedom of movement and the potential for success. Eliminating fear completely would lead to recklessness, while avoiding fear altogether would lead to stagnation. The tightrope walker's skill lies in finding the balance between these two extremes, embracing both fear and limitations, while also striving to overcome them. Think of a river flowing through a valley. The river represents life, constantly flowing and changing. The banks of the river represent limitations, providing structure and direction. Resistance to the flow of the river would lead to stagnation, while removing the banks altogether would lead to chaos. The river's beauty lies in the interplay between these two forces, the flow and the limitations. Truth and understanding lie in embracing both sides of the duality, not just one. Resistance and acceptance, fear and limitations all have their place in the grand scheme of life. When we can see both sides of the coin, we can operate from a higher level of consciousness and make choices that align with our true selves. Imagine a tranquil pond. its surface reflecting the serene sky above. Just as the pond remains undisturbed by the ripples that occasionally cross its surface, the real you remains unperturbed by the ups and downs of life. The real you is like a perfectly balanced scale, its weight evenly distributed between opposing forces. It is not swayed by the extremes of lack and excess, for it exists in a state of eternal harmony. In contrast, the ego-driven mind, with its incessant chatter and constant comparisons, is like a pendulum swinging wildly back and forth. It creates the illusion of lack and excess, fueling the cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. The real you resides at the intersection of yin and yang, the harmonious balance of opposing forces. It is the source of true contentment, a state of being that is not dependent on external circumstances. To cultivate this inner peace, we must consciously disengage from the ego mind's incessant chatter and immerse ourselves in the present moment. Nature provides a perfect sanctuary for this practice. Imagine a sculptor shaping a piece of clay. The sculptor's mind is filled with images and ideas, guiding their hands as they mold the clay into a form. In the same way, our ego-driven minds constantly shape our thoughts, actions, and habits. The real you, on the other hand, is like the formless clay, untouched by the limitations of the sculptor's mind. It is free, unbounded, and unconditioned by the patterns and habits that constrain our daily lives. Living in the present moment, free from the grip of the ego mind, is the key to unlocking the real you. It is about embracing spontaneity, acting on impulse, and letting go of the rigid structures that hold us back. As we shed the layers of habitual behaviors, we make space for the boundless potential of the real you to emerge. We rediscover the joy of spontaneity, the thrill of the unknown, and the endless possibilities that lie before us. To reconnect with this innate spontaneity, tune into your inner compass. Without overthinking or planning, follow the impulses that spark excitement within you. If the urge strikes to dance in the rain, to paint a vibrant sunset, or to strike up a conversation with a stranger, embrace the moment and let your true self shine through. In these spontaneous acts of self-expression, you break free from the programmed mind and reconnect with the formless, limitless essence of the real you. You become a conduit of pure creativity, a vessel through which the boundless possibilities of life can flow freely. Remember, the real you is not confined to the boundaries of habits and routines. It is a source of endless freshness, unlimited potential, and spontaneous joy. Embrace the present moment, shed the limitations of the ego mind, and let the real you guide you on a journey of boundless possibilities. Imagine you're wearing a mask, one that has become so familiar you barely notice it anymore. This mask represents the expectations, beliefs, and roles you've adopted, the identities you've constructed around yourself. When you're stressed, anxious, or depressed, it's because you're trying to live up to the expectations of this mask, to fit into the mold it has shaped for you. But this mask is not who you are. It's a disguise, a fabrication of the ego-driven mind. The real you, the authentic essence of your being, lies beneath this mask. It's the unconditioned, free spirit that exists before any expectations or limitations were imposed upon it. The exercises you're practicing are like tools that help you remove the mask, to peel back the layers of conditioning and reveal the real you beneath. They guide you to question your beliefs, to let go of misperceptions, and to break free from the patterns that bind you. As you shed these layers of self-imposed limitations, you begin to experience the tangible reality of the real you.